Hey guys, it's been a little while since I've done a slime video, so I'm excited to have some slime in my hands again. This is, at the time that I purchased these slimes, they had like no reviews, and I don't even know if they had any sales really, but I found them on Etsy. It's Toxic City Slimez. Here's their business card, care sheet on the back. The extras that they sent included some candy and the borax. And their slimes are unusual, not the normal type of slime, so I was really excited to find some more alternative style of slimes. They did ship in a box, which I was happy for, and the slimes came in bubble wrap. So far so good. They have a nice label and they use nice containers. So I bought 4 of them. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now this one is called kitty litter, and I remember reading on the site that it has sand in it, and I'm excited for this one because I've never played with a slime that has sand in it before, so I don't know what to expect. Now as far as scent, it actually does smell like some of the kitty litter does right when you first dump it into, like the fresh litter, you know, it has like stuff in it to, fragrance to help it not smell so bad, and it kind of smells exactly like fresh kitty litter, kind of like an air freshener or something. So these look like little glass beads on top. Let's go ahead and pull it out and see what we've got. Alright, so it said it had sand in it, but I guess that's what it means by sand. No, it has sand down here too. Like actual sand, okay. I'm feeling it on the bottom. Alright, so it has those glass beads and it does have some sand. Alright, I think even before I added any activator, those glass beads were falling out, but I had to add some because it was too sticky for me to hold. It's very thick, and it seems to be just a normal basic white glue base with, of course, the sand added and those beads. There is some bead fallout. I think I would like this without the glass beads. Just the gray color and the, what am I trying to say? The gray color and the sand in it is pretty good on its own. Yeah, I'm going to have to try that. I'm going to make some like that for my own store, because this is a really unique consistency. I just don't like the glass beads because they keep falling out. Yeah, the beads are getting everywhere. And even some of the sand is falling out, I'm noticing, as I'm trying to push aside the glass beads that fell out. Some of the sand is falling out too. So it could use their formula could use a little work to make the add-ins stay in the slime better. Ugh. It's making a huge mess. And you have to do a slow stretch because it's so thick, and when I pulled too hard, it wanted to rip. Now, I know some of you might say that it might be because I activated it too much, and I suppose that could be possible. But I really didn't, because it was too sticky to hold before I activated it, you know what I mean? Alright, so my thoughts on this one, I have to give them points for creativity and for the smell and everything. I mean, it's awesome as far as that goes, but the formulation can use some work, especially if they want the additives to stay in there, because this is making a huge mess, and unfortunately it's not going to be one that I can use as my go-to, like when I just want something to sit and play with for fun or stress relief, because it gets everywhere and I'm about to have to like spend amount of time cleaning up my space here now before I can pull out the next one. So it's super messy. Just know that if you buy one of these from them, that you don't want to play with it around carpet or anything like that, because not only are those plastic beads falling out, or glass beads or whatever, but the actual sand is too. So I would definitely recommend playing with this one on a surface that is easily wiped up or swept up. I literally only played with it for a few minutes, and I got a handful of that stuff that fell out already. So yeah, like I said, huge mess. So I cannot give it a very high rating because of how messy it is. And this one is Clogged Toilet. I was really excited to see this one. Obviously clear slime looks like urine. White chunks to represent like the toilet paper, and the smell is chocolate. But just from what I can see here, their clear slime looks pretty good. I mean, not a lot of people can do clear slime very well, and this clear slime is very thick. It's not too sticky, which is a big thing for me. And this is just right out of the container without adding any activator yet or anything, so I'm pleased with that. Just my first impression of their clear slime is that they do a pretty good job. Right, and so this part looks like, I wanted to say almost straight clay, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a really thick clay-based slime. Alright, well, let's get it mixed up. This one is not requiring any activation. It's nice and thick and holdable, and there's no additives like, beads or anything like that to worry about falling out. So as far as the holdability and the playability, so far this one is my favorite of the two. This is one that I could pull out and sit and play with at my desk to have a moment to, sort of de-stress and unwind without having to worry that there's going to be a mess everywhere from it. Alright, so the mixture of that clear slime with the clay, or I don't know if it was straight clay, but I mean it definitely has clay in it if it wasn't straight clay, has made a really unique consistency that I find enjoyable. It makes good little twists. It's losing its shape a little, but not too bad. The smell is amazing. The chocolate smell is nice and pleasant to play with. I can definitely give this one 5 out of 5. I love the consistency. I love the smell. It's fun to play with. It does all of the slime ASMR noises that I like. Yeah, this one I'm really happy with this one. Of course, after it's mixed up, you don't have the clogged toilet effect anymore, but this was a really fun one to look at, before taking it out of the container and mixing it together yourself. So that's definitely one that I can recommend. It was fun. Alright, next. Ooh, we have Pimple Popper. From what I understand, you're supposed to be able to press on the top of it and have stuff come out just like a pimple. Noticing that this one did crack some in shipping. So let's see if it works or if it has gotten too mixed up to do that. Right, so it's not gonna actually pop like a pimple, but that looks pretty gross. I think this one got a little more mixed up in shipping than it should have. It's pretty soft. So it's got, again, what looks like a white clay, a white glue base bottom, topped with clay on top. Really unique concept, and kind of a bold concept, because that's, as much as slimes tend to mix in shipping, to expect that one to arrive and to stay, in the shape that they sent it, and, to perform the way they meant it to. That's a pretty big undertaking, so I can't take points off for that. Now, as far as scent, I think I still smell a chocolate scent like in the last one, but I also smell something, cherry maybe? So maybe like a cherry and a chocolate? Cherry brownie, something like that. As far as the consistency goes, it feels just like the other one when mixed up. And so it's, it's the same as the clogged toilet as far as the formula, at least it feels like to me. This has got pretty good bubble pops. That's it for Pimple Popper. Again, I'm going to have to give them the full 5 out of 5 stars for this one. It's a really unique concept. I like that there are shops out there that are catering to more of maybe a boyish or, somewhat alternative aesthetic. And the last one I got from them is called Vomit. It's obviously a puke green color, and so it looks like it's got peas and carrots, and it smells like ramen noodles. So, knowing that it smelled called Vomit, and then smelling that smell, yeah, it kind of does smell like puke. But if that turns your stomach, then you can tell yourself that it smells like ramen noodle soup, or maybe some sort of a vegetable type soup, because it does. It smells like that. Alright, this is a pretty thick, glossy base. I would hazard a guess and say that this is not a white glue base slime. It's probably got some clear mixed in, just based on how glossy it is. And if it's not, I sure would like to know what they put in it to make it so glossy, because that's a really nice base. It's different than the other slimes. And I don't know if it's just because this one's made different, or the additives that are in this one are different from that first one, but I'm not experiencing the fallout with this that I did with the kitty litter. It's a different, it feels like a different slime. And of course the additives are different as well, so I don't know what is making the difference in this one, but for whatever reason I'm not having the problem with the fallouts like I was with the first one, so that's good. I don't like them when, well, I just had one little piece fall out, but yeah, I don't like them when they make such a mess that it's, it's not fun to play with when they're that messy. Alright guys, that is it. That's the 4 slimes that I got from this shop. I forgot to mention that I only paid $20 something, and then the shipping was $10.50, and so they only profited maybe $10 off of the slime, which by the time they factor in their containers and all of their ingredients, I'm sure they lost money on this, but that's what a new slime shop has to do sometimes, to get noticed, is to mark things down really low in order to entice you to make the purchase. And so I can't say that prices are always going to be that low. I'm sure they probably, if it was me, I wouldn't be able to stay in business giving my slimes away at a loss, obviously. But at the time that I bought them, it was an excellent price. So if you're interested in a really good slime, something different from the normal, at a very affordable price, then I would say jump in and buy from Toxic City Slimez with a Z on Etsy while you can, before people catch on to their awesome slimes and the prices get raised. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!